Hello everyone, this video will cover Module 15. So Module 15 and 16 are the final for the class and they will be open at the same time. You can complete the assignments in any order, but there is a reason why revision is in Module 15 and then the final is in Module 16 because part of Module 16 is to actually look at what you do in Module 15. So it is recommended that you go in this order. So revision is Module 15 and it's pretty short and simple. Basically, I've got some readings for you to look at that just kind of go over approaches to revision, ideas for how to proofread, specific issues with sentences that you might have, and then just like some tips for proofreading your own work, which can sometimes be a little bit of a challenge. So that's the whole purpose of this assignment, is for you to look for errors in your own writing and isolate them. So what you're going to be doing is going through your graded essays, actually any essay that you've written, because you can find stuff on your own if you want, particularly if you have not turned in one of these essays. And you're going to be identifying problem sentences, at least 20 errors. The errors might be ones that I pointed out, or they just might be ones that you have found, or things that I don't know, you read a sentence and you're like, oh, wow, I'm not sure why I wrote it like that. It would sound better, you know, in a different way, with different wording. Then that's totally fine if you want to do that. So it does not need to be something that I have pointed out. What you're going to do for each error or each revision is copy and paste the original, correct it, and then explain what the issue was. Preferably looking at specific errors that might have like broken a grammar rule or something like that. Then you can like mention, you know, the specific rule that you broke. You can look back in Rules for Writers and point out, you know, the area in Rules for Writers where you would find out, you know, what it was that you did, that kind of thing. If you run out of corrections to make, there are some example sentences, some practice sentences in Rules for Writers that you can use. But really the purpose of this assignment is to be looking for things within your own writing. Now, if it's a big mistake, like let's say you did the organization incorrectly, or you needed to add something to your essay, you don't necessarily have to like copy and paste the entire essay and then redo it. You can just kind of explain what it would look like. So this affects the entire essay, and then the correction would be to reorder the sentences. I am not expecting you to make the changes to the essay itself. I just want you to pull those out and put them all in a Word document. So I've got some examples here that will kind of help you. Most students focus on just the little small errors, and you can use the same error more than once. So if you used a lot of second person, maybe some of those sentences that you pull out are the second person ones and you've rewritten them. But the point is that you have the original, you've identified the sentence with a problem in it, that you correct that problem, and then you explain what you did. So that explanation is almost the most important part of the assignment. It's recognizing when you've made the mistake, why it's a mistake, and how to fix it. So that's really what we're going for here. My example, some students will also tell me which essay it came from, which is not required, but kind of helpful if you're trying to keep track of where you're at. And this assignment may take a little while to complete, but shouldn't be difficult. So other thing that you want to do is make sure that you're numbering them, because you need to have 20 total, regardless of, you know, how many comments that you got from me. It does not matter. You have to have 20 total corrections. So if you just kind of give up halfway through the assignment and only upload 10, you're only going to get half of the credit for the assignment itself. So just kind of keep that in mind. See, original sentence, the correction, and then the explanation. Here's an example if I needed to rearrange the information because it was not in chronological order. I'm not going to copy and paste the whole thing in to this document. I'm just going to explain what I should do or should have done, and that kind of thing. So you want to just kind of explain what's going on. Or like if it didn't exist in the original, so you didn't have a thesis statement, then you would put, original was non-existent, and then the corrected version would be the thesis that you should have written. So that kind of thing is just fine. So that's what you're doing for this assignment. Like I said, it shouldn't be too difficult, but it does take a little while to get 20 sentences and kind of go back and forth between your essays. So that might take you, a little bit longer than some of the other just general assignments that you've done this semester. But this will be our revision assignment, and that is the only thing that we're doing in this module. If you have questions, feel free to send me an email. Otherwise, have a great week.